It's Friday night, I ain't got this to do. I gotta talk to my God, cause the road been past my stew. No worries about a thing, cause I've been feeling blue. But I gotta do what I gotta do. I said, oh, he like a stone. It's Sunday morning. I just got some bad news. I gotta talk to my God. Cause it's people I know. It's black on black and white on black and boys in blue. But I gotta do what I gotta do. You can't get a real shot. Take it to game, real shot. Hey, hey, real shot. Take it to game, real shot, real shot. Huh. Stone. Take it to game, exactly.
And I'm the and I'm the and I'm the
Can't tell me ain't a pop
and
song. Out there it is climbing up the pop
and I'm
charts. I made this shit here for
and
soccer
I'm
mom. I'm a top-notch metric with a non-pop
and
aesthetic.
I'm
Pop off intention with just raw
and
poetics.
I'm
Everything I'm selling will not cost
and I'm
intelligence, nigga. Jesus Christ called a carpenter. I'm abolishing the
and
dot of opulence, replacing all theologies.
and I'm
False harmony, the false cognitive, dot of
and I'm
honoring, false ominous. Peasants calling them phrenologists. I shall stop the audience from acknowledging lowbrow metaphors and hominins. I
and
botted
I'm
them hotter than a country where you can't wear
and
cardigans,
I'm
nigga. Whether Midgard or Asgardian, I will lie in full speed when you're polying. Stop your
and I'm
posturing. All that Dougie Fresh lottie dollying.
and I'm
Just chill, dog. Uh, can't tell me ain't a pop
and
song. About to hear this climbing up the pop
and I'm
charts. I made this shit here for
and
soccer
I'm
mom. Uh, can't tell me ain't a pop
and
song. About to hear this climbing up the pop
and
charts. I made this shit here for
and
soccer
I'm
mom. Blood pressure, so the hoes call me radio. We on the
and
radio. My mama called my phone. She said you made it, son.
and I'm
Going over 80 in the benzo here to say the show.
and I'm
80s flow, this for the grown folks, not for them babies though. Watch them table shift, flip them on the floor, and took all the
and I'm
dough. Counting hella O's, going toe to toe with all my
and I'm
foes. Give them what they want, give them what they want, and
and
some
I'm
more. I'm the go, gotta let them know. Give them what they asking for. Never have to leave my throne. Haters steady throwing
and
stones. Mad cause they ain't getting on. I reciprocate the love
and
that's shown. Writing all my wrongs in these songs. Going off the dome. Stuffing calls, rapping, snapping bombs. Smashing soccer moms. Can't tell me ain't a pop
and
song. About to hear this climbing up the pop
and
charts. I made this shit here for
and
soccer
I'm
moms. Uh, can't tell me ain't a pop
and
song. About to hear this climbing up the pop
and
charts. I made this shit here for
and
soccer
I'm
moms.
One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Hopefully you can hear me. Ah. Holla to the kings, holla to the queens, and everybody in between. I'm your host, Radio Faheem, and you are listening to On the Rise, New Kemet Radio's weekday morning show. You like that I'm not holding my mic no more? Look, ma, no hands. um, how have y'all been doing? It's been a little bit since the last time I went live, but I've been preparing. I've been preparing. So don't come at me. Don't come at me. But how y'all doing? I know some of y'all probably don't like, oh, you wasn't live? That's how I know you don't watch my show. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can know when I'm live. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button so you know when I'm live. I like that. I like that. Horny bars for the win. Anyway, we got a bit of a show for you today. I was supposed to do the show last night, but we have a bit of a show for you today. And this is the first time that I completely organized the show and I have a complete flow for the show. And I wanted to have a caller in button, but apparently I'm gonna need some more equipment and software for that. So stay tuned in the future. Stay tuned. Um, yeah, we got a show for y'all. We got some announcements. We got some housekeeping announcements we got to do. Um, we have some topics about today's topics. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all today's topics are the the MAGA supporters that fucked around and found out. And now they're asking themselves and black people, what now? Help us. Solidarity. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. But before I get into some before we get into that, we're gonna get into some housekeeping. And I have some unfortunate news for you guys. This Thursday, which is February 13th, 2025, will be the last time On the Rise is live on Radio Fahim. I know, I can't believe it either. Audible gasp. Yeah, this is the last time On the Rise will be live on Radio Fahim. But starting March 4th at 8 a.m., On the Rise is going to be back into this time. We're going on the New Kemet Entertainment page. All right, so make sure y'all following New Kemet Entertainment on Instagram. That's New KEMET LLC, or on Twitch is New Kemet Ent KEMETENT. I got to do that every time because I'll forget an E, I'll forget an N, I'll forget something. There's a lot of E's in it. Now that I think about it, I got mad E's in it. I guess somebody needs to throw some D's on it. I'm funny. I'm funny. But anyway, March 4th, On the Rise will be moving to the New Kim Entertainment Instagram page, and the radio cast will be out. Yo, I'm so excited. I'm so excited, man. We got artists like Dreamcast McFly, Mr. JT, Venom, and more. Showtime IS9. We got mad artists, mad artists that I need to expose y'all to. And if you're listening to this as a pre-recorded, then you can always hop in the live. I go live Tuesdays and Fridays. To this week, it's going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays, but it's usually Tuesdays and Fridays from 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. And we play music, we have topics, and we talk about some shit. But we are a radio show, and this is what we do. All right. Mm. Artists, artists. Excuse me. If you are an aspiring artist, or if you have, especially if you have music already out on Spotify and cleared with the ASCAP already, hit my line, son. I'm telling you, I'm always looking for more artists, always looking for something, especially female artists. I need y'all, son. I need y'all. But I have exclusive offer. I have an exclusive offer for underground independent artists. And if you hit me up, between now and April 1st, I'll give you 50% off of our promotion package deal. All right. And this automatically enters you into the Artist Appreciation Program, which you'll learn more about later. But that basically gives you royalty revenue for your music for it being in the radio cast. So y'all stay tuned for that. All right. March 24th, we have the Tunage Showcase brought to you by 24 Records and New Kemet Entertainment. Of course. Thank you. Thank you. No, stop the applause. Stop. Hold on. Pretty sure I have a sound effect for that. Nope, that's not it. Nope, apparently I don't have an applause thing. Oh, that's the do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I got some sounds. Uh, March 24th, 2025 is the Tunage Showcase brought to you by 24 Records and New Kemet Entertainment. This is going to be at the BK Nest. That's 1516 63rd Street in Brooklyn, New York. So make sure y'all hit up Showcase Poppy on Instagram. That's Showcase Poppy or XXIV 24 Records on Instagram. To make sure y'all grab y'all tickets. Make sure you tell him Radio sent you. Maybe he might give you a nice little thing. Tell him Radio sent you. All right. And then we have something that um basically sparked this whole episode today. But June 8th, we're going to be going live as I call it, as organize New Camera Entertainment's first annual. Yes, it's going to be annual, first annual March of Madness, starting from 125th Street and Malcolm X Boulevard. I believe that's Malcolm X Boulevard. Starting from Harlem, 125th Street and Malcolm X, and I'm going to be walking all the way down Fort Greene Park in Brooklyn. So I will be going live. I will be walking the whole way. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. If anybody wants to be a keynote speaker, if anybody wants to be a keynote speaker for at the end of this March, or if anybody wants to be one of the marchers, one of the coordinators for the march with me, hit me up on Instagram under Radio Faheem. You can also hit me up through email under New Kemet Ent. That's new KEMETENT at gmail.com. All right. Now we're gonna get into some topics, but before we get into the topics, y'all know how I like to do. This is a radio show after all, so we got to get the jams. We got to get the jams. We got to keep it rolling. And I'm not no dead man walking. Holla to the kings, holla to the queens. You're listening on the Rise with Radio Faheem on the new Kemet Radio Network.
Middle fingers to the air one time. Yeah. Middle fingers to the air one time. Middle fingers to the air one time. Uh, Taking on this fine flow, walking out with the lime jaws, acting like you're on with my crew, and acting like I be alive too. You niggas cannot do it like I do. I'm only here to remind you, rebels fly to, now keep it low key. I am not a likable person. I knew that from the jump and saw a fight with a hurting. Shout out to the niggas that be window shopping. Looking and talking shit as if you wipe with a curtain. Swerving. Every single kid on the block calling me a chicken, wishing they be licking my cock. And it's amazing how a juicy fruit could thicken the plot. You mad I'm eating swell, counting chicken, building a stack. And I know everybody's out for me. But down, cause they never wanna see me famous. They probably never Do not understand their language. That's why they be like blah 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 blah. Don't wanna hear it. Nah 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 nah. I'm laughing at you like ha 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 ha. Everybody singing la 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 la. Picking on me, it's fun. Walking on the line, do you like being lied to? I'm only here to remind you. Rebels, like it's I do. Please don't ever hit me up, no. Don't ever try to be friend. Don't you ever fuck around or even try to pretend that we cool when we not. 'Cause I will never respond. Don't you ever disrespect me listening to my songs. Don't ever claim that you're a fan, a supporter, or even scammers or hoarder to take advantage before the corporate manager orders another typical loss. Your man is a snorter. This the reason why all of your plans are shorter than average. You be jabbling, talking that gibberish jabbering. Get me heated like summertime. I ain't talking about fabulous. Fuck around like a massacre gathering. Niggas be gassing and picking the wood with the flick of the match. I'ma beat your ass with a javelin. Seven of every rapper is singer to keep a second. A dreamer eager to clean up the scuffle. And I'ma turn it to knuckles when you be talking to the back of my fist. So go ahead and keep on jacking my shit. Picking on me like it's my influence. Walking down with the lime truck. Now there's a living light, so
Going through some technical difficulties because apparently it's not picking up. I hate when it doesn't pick it up. It's currently not picking up the music like I needed to pick up the music. One, two, three. Okay. You can still hear the mic. Now let's see why you can't hear. One, two, three. There's always something. Audio output capture. Okay. One, two, three. One, two, three. Nothing's playing.
I feel like the walls closing in on me. I ain't gonna lie. But instead of being upset and being all down about it, I looked myself in the mirror and I told myself, you are wealthy. You are healthy. You are abundant. You have more money than you can ever spend. You got all the right people.
You to make all your dreams come true. We gonna speak it into existence, baby.
It's that get up and get it. Speaking affirmations in the mirror. Gotta tell yourself you the boss, even when you working in the kitchen. Time to go and stop the phone face. Just enough to change your position. Give some of your time to the creator. Swear your life will feel it's like a prison. We can move mountains. Life and death in our tongue. So careful what you say. Manifestation's already done. Cause once you speak it, you believe it. Touch and agree, you can achieve it. Open your hands and you can receive it. And tell that thing to go your way.
Listen to your heart, just don't rely on what you see. Open up your mind, be the line you gotta speak. Until it go your way, your way, your way, your way, your way, your way, your way. Until it go your way, your way, your way, your way, your way, your way, your way. I spoke this shit into existence, but none of this would be possible without the assistance of my team. God blessed me with a dream and a vision. Could've ended up in prison, but I did it. My passion, this got fed that and I miss him. Wish I could hug and kiss him. Got killed in the field. We used to run on the whistle. Miss Audrey just transitioned. I knew it since I was little. Since me and Sharon was playing Do Monsters with Brandon Chisholm. Years later, and my niggas ain't doing too well. Tried to save the world and I almost died trying. And so I saved myself and I rose like a giant. It's funny how it start with you. It's funny how you could show love and they be mad at you. But I ain't tripping, I'm just doing what I gotta do. The secret to manifestation is gratitude. I'm thankful for this journey, Lord. I done came a long way. I swear they used to slam the doors in the nigga face. Now I'm paid and I'm slamming doors. I'm speaking it into existence. I'm speaking it because I love it and I can't resist it. I'm speaking it, I speak my truth because I can't dismiss it. I'm speaking for all of my people who just can't express it. I'm speaking up, I'm speaking Lord, but I'm still listening. I'm still figuring it out, but I'm still winning. We speaking life, baby. Listen to your heart, just don't rely on what you see. Open up your mind and get a line, you gotta speak. Until it go your way, your way, your way, your way. Until it go your way, your way, your way, your way. My life's a blessing, I ain't stressing, manifesting. My life's a blessing, I ain't stressing, manifesting what I want.
I like that.
Listen to your heart, just don't rely on what you see. Open up your mind and get a line, you gotta speak. Until it go your way, your way, your way, your way, your way. Until it go your way, your way, your way, your way.
Holla to the kings, holla to the queens, and everybody in between. I'm your host, Radio Faheem. You are listening to On the Rise, Newcomer Radio's weekday morning show. Now, as I'm getting ready for this March 4th, this March 4th premiere, this grand premiere, March 4th, I'm gonna have interviews out and clips and all of it. I have everything. It's all going to start. It's all going to start March 4th, right? But in preparation for that, I was doing some research and I was organizing my topics and such, yada yada, right? And one thing that I can say that what I came across was something that I didn't think I was going to come across so soonly, but actually because at the rapid pace that our president can't, I'm not going to say it, poof, at the rapid pace that the president um is moving. I figured why not? I figured why not? I feel like this was an emergency broadcast that kind of needs to happen, and it's going to be my first, I guess, I don't know what to call it. It's not necessary. It's not a review, but it's a watch along. So we're gonna watch along. I call it a watch along. We're gonna watch along. Um, we're gonna react. That's what it is. Reaction videos. Oh, I'm despicable, right? So I'm gonna react to some stuff. But before we react to some stuff, I need to give y'all some information. Now, just for a disclaimer, we will be talking about politics, race, and people's feelings. So this is a bit of facts and research, but mostly editorial, right? This is mostly going to be my thoughts, my knowledge, my opinion on the matter. So if you want to quote me, I guess, but if so, make sure you quote me right, or make sure you at least clip it right, because I'm gonna clip it. Make sure you clip it right. This was a crazy month, right? It's only been like a month since he's been in office, and we're in month two, and it's already been crazy. Some people said the first 90 days was going to be ridiculous. The first 30 days was, oh my God, I can't even explain to you the amount of concern or the amount of fear that I've seen from people. I also can't explain to you the amount of um indifference and not caring that I've seen from people, and it doesn't hit me right either way, but it's it's something that I didn't think I was going to see so fast. I thought wasn't going to happen until like the summer, but or a year in, but this nigga's acting quick. And people are already regretting their choices for the president that they sworn in. Could you imagine a president that lived up to everything he said he was going to do? I know. It's the first time. And I believe it's also the first time that that there were people talking out the side of their motherfucking neck without listening to a single motherfucking word this man had to say. So before we get into this, I need to put some disclaimers, or I need to put some information up on the board, right? We need some information up on the board. Let me see. Can y'all see this? Nope, it's not even on the board. Boom. All right. These are the topics that propelled the election, more or less, right? These are the topics that people cared about when um voting this past election. So as you can see, the things in great big bubbles are the things that had majority of people's concerns, but the things to the far right are 5 times more important than the things that were on the left. And this is from 2020. So starting from the previous election, not the election that just passed, but the one before that, right? With Biden. So this is interesting how racism is like one of the smallest. I don't know if I can't see the percentage of it for some odd reason, right? But this was the smallest of all, which is baffling to me. Like racism was the smallest of all because people thought that Trump was going to deport the criminals only, or that Trump was going to make the economy better for policy, or that Trump was going to stop illegal migrants from coming in. People voted for some shit that they didn't truly think about. And even if they did think about, do I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about some of these topics. We're gonna talk about them, right? But I found that racism was being the smallest one. Now, of course, the economy is very important, right? The economy, crazy. Shit was ridiculous. Immigration, ridiculous these past 2 years, right? Because then you see the influx of more homeless people, but only because there were buildings being gutted out for immigrant shelters to be immigrant shelters. Which don't get me wrong, I'm not faulting. I'm not saying that we should not be taking in people that are in need from other countries or that are fleeing um, desperate and impoverished situations, right? War torn countries and things as such as that. But we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that because America, we take people. As long as you can pass the brown paper bag test, or or I like to call it the khaki test, the khaki pants test, right? If you're darker than khaki pants, America don't want your ass. So these are the topics, right? Now we're going to take a look at 2020, and you see again economy, COVID, racism was at 7%. So if racism was at 7% in 2020, that and it's less than it's 5 times less important now than it was then. All right. All right. So we got this statistic out the way, right? This is from the APnews .com project elections, right? They take the stats and stuff like that and they upload it. You can go ahead and check them out. Now, this is from the BBC. This is from the BBC. And the BBC has the latest exit polls for Kamala and Trump, right? As you can already see where the connect or the disconnect rather is coming in at, right? Where the cognitive dissonance is coming in at, right? So let's break this down. Mm. We're gonna break this down. So on the left is Harris, and on the right is Trump, as we can see. I don't need to explain something, but this is also a radio cast for the ones that just in case they aren't watching, right? Um, Now Harris, they go by male, female, they go by gender, race, age, and education. So we're gonna go with gender. Males, 42% of males voted for Kamala, while 55% voted for Trump. Um, 53% of females voted for Kamala, while 45% voted for Trump. You have the races, white, and 41% of white people voted for Harris, while 57% voted for Trump. 85% of black people voted for Kamala. 85. 85. While 13% voted for Trump. Remember these numbers. Remember these numbers. Hispanic and Latinos, 52% voted for Kamala, while 46% voted for Trump, right? Asian, we have 54% that voted for Kamala, 39% that voted for Trump, and that gap right there, these gaps that you see are I'm guessing, um, maybe some of the people that didn't vote, right? Um, Out of 100%, these are the percentage or whatever. Um, but there, as you can see, if you once you add them up, there's percentages missing. So that's just what I'm assuming from having the percentages missing, right? Then you have others, other, which is 42% Kamala, 54% Trump. Interesting, right? Interesting. Now, the age is what I found to be the second most interesting thing. Like, I'm gonna go to the age is the second most interesting thing. The age says from 18 to 29-year-olds, 54% voted for Kamala, while 43% voted for Trump. 30 to 44, 49% voted for Kamala, while 48% voted for Trump. Hmm. 45 to 64, 44% voted for Harris, while 54% voted for Trump. 65 65 and over was a dead split in the middle. Damn 50-50. It was 49-49, but damn near 50-50, right? And I feel like this is a crazy stat, son. This is a crazy stat. Why these crazy statistics? Because this shown you the generation. These show you the generations that voted for Trump. Now, if you're between the ages of 45 and 64, what does that make you? What? Gen Xer, right? Because millennials are 30 now. Oh shit. I can't believe millennials were here, right? And although I count technically I'm in the 18 to 29 age because of the year I was born, I'm a millennial. You can kiss my ass and suck my dick if you don't agree. Fuck you. I'm a millennial. Um but 49 to 48, which was very polarizing, but being a person that was born in the 90s, got to grow up in the 2000s, throughout the 2000s, and see everything that happened, right? Experience everything that happened from 9/11 to Ebola to the housing market crash to the rise of social media and cryptocurrency, right? Like to see all of these fluxes, the change from cassette to CDs, from VHS to DVDs to Blu-ray to streaming like it crazy, right? Um, but this demographic is a little more telling, and we're gonna have another episode where we'll break this down because this kind of speaks to a bit of what we were not just experiencing, but being shown, what was being portrayed to us, what was being told to us through the media that we was consuming. Not just movies, not just music, cartoons as well, right? So we're gonna go through that one of these days because that really plays into it on why for millennials it was a 50-50 split. And I fully can't blame millennials, but at the same time, come on, y'all. That's all I'm saying is come on, y'all. But again, most of it, as we've seen before, most of the factors that played into it were economy, immigration, and abortion. Those were the top three. Racism had nothing to do with it. Foreign policy, damn, they had nothing to do with it. Climate, damn, they had nothing to do with it. Until Luigi Mangione, healthcare, damn, they had nothing to do with it. And that's crazy because wasn't y'all voting for universal healthcare beforehand? But I'm gonna go down to the last one, and the last one is education, right? The last one is education. Um, 55% of college graduates voted for Kamala Harris, while 42% voted for Trump. And then for non-college degree people, 42% voted for Kamala, while 56% voted for Trump. Right? So I want you to remember these numbers because these numbers are going to be very, very, very important. Very, very important in the next part. And uh it's I'm not gonna lie, it's completely baffling. It's completely baffling. But all in all, I don't think people learned their lesson, but we're gonna judge that a little later. And in the meantime, I need your attention, please, because you're listening to On the Rise, New Chemistry Radio, Faheem. Holla to the kings, holla to the queens, and everybody in between.
Attention, please wear your earphones. Test begins in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world premiere of We Are Venom. This is kinda fresh, not a flex. Original music out the X. I'm a different kind of special. This is not a
Test.
This that dizzy flow, let the city know. This that Darius, this that where'd he go. This that different glow, this that Billy go. This that we are Venom, this that symbiote. Did I misconfuse you? Let me introduce you. This is crucial, but we are Venom. I'm representing for my people that took some losses. Now we came to win, now let us begin. Classes in session, the teachers instructing. Got me a master's in reaping destruction. All the blessings we receive is abundant. We counting that bread and we keep it 100. This is that hit while you speed on the highway. Foot on the gas with this demon beside me. She keep looking at me like she wanna swallow. My flow is picante and she's a tamale. Different kind of special, they say I'm retarded. I keep my mind and heart sacredly guarded. New York City, the home of the Mecca. I'm straight from the BX, the place where it started. Put the trash to rest, you don't have to guess. I had to tap into my greatness. Become a different master and I passed the
Test.
finals is my destination. This is refined innovation. This proper representation came to provide inspiration. Hip hop, this our celebration. Go! When I first got knocked, it was looking bad. Now I'm free at home and they looking sad. They confusing, they see that we cruising. We just keep it moving and get to the bag. They say he retarded, but he don't write. So if it's a song of his, then the genius started. But the thing about it, I don't only rap.
What you mean?
I used to be an artist, got in graphic arts when I ain't had the smarts. Always had to drop it, never had the parts. Always had the talent, mixed with hella passion. I was never Kevin, I just had the heart. Now my rap is art. I got my appeal with some jumper cables, that's a brand new start. Had me out of sight, I was in the dark. Never found a switch, I just had the spark. They say we blessed from the way we finesse. No, we straight from the X and we stay representing a different kind of flame. We are Venom with the flow that's gonna make you remember my name. It's delivery with consistency, creativity, versatility. They just silly to think that we really not kicking the door down to get in the game.
Stack that bitch up, Mike.
Yeah, truth can't be told, it gotta be realized. The truth can't be told, it gotta be realized. Freedom ain't free, it ain't legalized. Truth can't be told, it gotta be realized. Freedom ain't free, it ain't realized. Freedom ain't free, it ain't realized. Freedom ain't, it ain't legalized. Realize, realize. Freedom ain't free, it ain't legalized. Real eyes, realize. Freedom ain't free, it ain't legalized. Real eyes, realize. Realize. Yeah, slavery was a long time ago, how? Same motherfuckers still here right now. Colonized on our land, they ahead of us. Changed our name so much, they scared of us. Children of the sun, y'all don't compare to us. Pale-faced people, this ain't y'all area. Talking about America, pale-faced people, this ain't y'all area. Even up the playing field, bitch, I'm darn. How you a victim, bitch, you a Karen. Cognitive dissonance, you don't need sparing. You got white privilege, so you don't need sparing. Looking at my homeland, man, I can't believe her. Colonized came here, they ain't never leave her. Indians ain't die off cause we here. You ain't gotta lie, just say you won't be here. How you American but not indigenous? 400 years still ain't get rid of us. All Europeans and naturalized citizens made all the Indians niggas on the census. 1492 we was on the fences. Civil rights movement we was so defensive. Black Wall Street whites got so offended. Common law rights gave us amendments. Think I don't speak truth, that's alright. First slave 1619 was all white. 1200 wasn't no continent, all white. Europe named after a black woman, alright. Grafted, it come from us, do your research. Go within, quit listening to teachers. And the Nuki got boys coming out the speaker. Cut off trees down and made us weaker. Really they foreigner, the shit gets deeper. Whites don't know where whites come from either. I'm Aborigine, we come from the ether. Ruling over us in our land, that's evil. Being colonized right now, black people. Prisoner of the war, that's why it ain't equal. Wake up everybody, don't be no sheeple. Freedom ain't free, really freedom is illegal. And we can't get mad at this. Whites act like we can't see their advantages. Privileges real, they working in management. Low down dirty, but they calling us savages. They want you to think they above us. All white people are part-time judges. I ain't no racist, but I ain't no sucker. I ain't no African, but they my brothers. Been lied to, I got built up anger. We built everything, still waiting on the savior. Don't call yourself black, please do me that favor. Black tourmaline will protect you from a hater. Listening to your oppressors is dangerous. Gave us a Bible and stole our nation. Said we couldn't read what we didn't know the language. Kept us on paper because we didn't see the danger. American Indian, keep the religion. Skin copper color look just like a penny. Wanted our land and you called us stingy. Ain't no Democrats there to gotta pay attention. We got ancestors but the papers is missing. Kings and queens we just can't remember. Remember who you are, just like Simba. Now they got a vax, we don't want that in us. George Washington is the ninth president, look it up. United States only 10 square blocks, look it up. White people really the minorities, look it up. Courtrooms don't got authority, look it up. You want me, say stop governing me. Gave me a straw man, it's really not me. Why you don't keep it 100 with me? Why Trayvon Killer still walk around free? Made this song for the truth, don't hate it. History was told in reverse, I've stated. We still oppressed, somebody gotta say it. I'm taking out of school, that's the reason I made it. History, it's his story. History, it's his story. History, it's his story. History, it's his story. It ain't my story. History is his story. Probably ain't your story. History is his story. It's his story.
What's up? Man, they little bitty nigga can't do what I do, no comparison. I'm on another planet. I'm the one out of two, or the three, or the four, or the five, or the six. And these niggas can't stand it. Just check the clocks, a quarter to two. Yeah, that mean it is go time, boy. I been making my moves on the low. If you know, then you know I can't slow down, boy. Yeah, they changing their colors. I'm calling them Janet. I'm putting this belly inside of my cup. I gotta celebrate all of the times I was down there. I feel that a young nigga up. Feet on the floor and it's stuck. I beat on the door, wake it up. That P that I keep it a buck. Can't reach out.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta run that back. Cause that, woo! You heard it here first. New Kemet Radio on the rise. Holla to the kings, holla to the queens. I'm Radio Faheem.
Man, they little nigga can't do what I do, no comparison. I'm on another planet. I'm the one out of two, or the three, or the four, or the five, or the six. And these niggas can't stand it. Just check the clocks, a quarter to two. Yeah, that mean it is go time, boy. I been making my moves on the low. If you know, then you know I can't slow down, boy. Yeah, they changing their colors. I'm calling them Janet. I'm putting this belly inside of my cup. I gotta celebrate all of the times I was down there. I feel that a young nigga up. Feet on the floor and it's stuck. I beat on the door, wake it up. That P that I keep it a buck. Can't reach out for much. They gon' piss on your grate, take a leak out the truck. Can't switch up the gear, keep your feet off the clutch. Facing my field, play with me, you get touched. I'm from the bottom, my feet in the mud. The AMG Benz that I need is a must. Trust, I'm from the avenue. Take a pitch on the lift for the altitude. Say let's shout at your 8, but I add a 2. Cause I'm lit and I'm liking the attitude, that for sure. Beat up the block and I'm swinging. Take your pick out, I'm sick and predict all my angles. Ever since making good did a little thing with my music, they treat me like I'm really famous. Pretty little thing, keep a nameless. Cut off the top, keep it brainless. I'm focused, these women be dangerous. Know how to cope with these changes. This ain't what you want, I'm not dumb. This ain't that. You can call my phone, I'm probably hustling, making cash. They know that I'm lit, I got them pissed, I got them mad. I've been taking risks to count these chips to get the bag, Got them mad, I'm in my bag, Got them sick, I got them pissed, I got them mad, I'm in my bag, I know they mad, know they sick, I got them pissed, I got them mad,
And I started thinking to myself, man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
AMG Benz with the 5% tint, yeah, that's something I dream about when I be sleeping. Weight in my head in the cloud when I'm making my moves. You really think that I be geeking? I'm grinding from A on the P on. The net when I get, yeah, they may be OB on. You know I'm lit, I can show you DD on. D-boy wanna be him, but they cannot be him. I need that padded, that's two-tone. Couple exes I know gotta prove wrong. Didn't know how to cope, so I use songs. I climbed up the ropes, no shoes on. Yeah, give me that trophy. I'm about to cop me some more for my ego. You not a man till you coming from zero and come out a hero and shout it right here and shout it right here. She a what? Shout it right here, she a Leo. I stand on this clip, got me feeling like Theo. Take a trip out to Rio. I'm trying to stand bread for my people. I'm dodging the evil, dodging the face. My foot on the pedal, I got what it takes. Need me a medal, I'm first in this race. You know that I'm great, let's go. This ain't what you want, I'm not dumb. This ain't that. You can call my phone, I'm probably hustling, making cash. They know that I'm lit, I got them pissed, I got them mad. I've been taking risks to count these chips to get the bag, Got them mad, I'm in my bag, Got them sick, I got them pissed, I got them mad, I'm in my bag, I know they mad, know they sick, I got them pissed, I got them mad,
Holla to the kings, holla to the queens, and everybody in between. You are tuned in to On the Rise, New Kemet Radio's weekday morning show. I am your host, Radio Faheem. How you doing, fam? Just a quick reminders. March 4th, On the Rise will officially have its radio cast release. So make sure you stay tuned on your Spotify's to know when that's going to hit. Alright. Also, we will be moving from the Radio Faheem's Instagram page to the New Kemet Entertainment Instagram page. So if you don't already follow it, that's New KEMET LLC. Make sure y'all follow. Y'all can also follow me on Twitch, on and subscribe to me on YouTube under New Kemet Entertainment or at New again KEMETENT. Ha, gotcha. You thought I was gonna say LLC bars. Oh man. All right. March 24th, we got the Tunage Showcase going on, brought to you by 24 Records and New Kemet Entertainment. I got to put my bag in it, right? It's going to be at the BK Nest at 1516 63rd Street in Brooklyn. Man, we got we got hosts that are going to be there. We have DJ from 105 Power 105 going to be there. And then we got the main event, of course, the artists themselves, Bubba Sparks, Bossy V, Frost Flow, and more. So make sure y'all copy our tickets. Holla at Showcase Poppy on Instagram or 24 Records. That's XXIV Records on Instagram. All right. Now, June 8th, I'm planning a March for Madness. Now, this is a little crazy. I know people going to talk about I'm tripping and I'm bugging, but we are planning a March for Madness June 8th. Newcomer Entertainment's first annual March for Madness. March of Madness, not for Madness. March of Madness. I'm sorry. June 8th will be Newcomer Entertainment's first annual March of Madness. We'll be going from 125th and Malcolm X all the way to Fort Greene Park in Brooklyn. So make sure you grab your sketches. I will be going live the whole time, and if you want to join up, link up. I will soon be posting the route in which I will be walking down. And yes, I will be walking the whole time. And I will be live to show you that I'll be walking the whole time because that's nothing. Like, y'all think that's a long walk? Yeah, I ain't seen nothing yet. All right, so we're going to get into our first thing. And our first thing is a video. And I think I might only have time to react to this before I have to go. So that means I'm going to have to come back live tomorrow morning and finish the rest of these out. So that's what we're going to do, all right? Um, we are going to watch a video by the Sisters Hangout Kenya. The Kenyan sisters that do videos on YouTube. Make sure y'all follow their YouTube, subscribe to them on YouTube. Um, they're twin sisters, which is crazy. I always just am bogged out when see twin sisters. But the thing that had me was the title goes Arabs for Trump begging black folks to join them and set their differences aside. So I've seen this video and I definitely felt like I had to put my 3 cents in this bitch because if you don't know my background, you will eventually learn my background. But just a quick overview: grew up third generation Muslim. My family was very heavy in activism and the Nation of Islam, the Black Panther Party, and eventually Sunni Muslims. Now, with all of that being said, I was homeschooled. I've read 2 sets of encyclopedias before the age of 12. I taught myself algebra in homeschool through a textbook. So it was an interesting knowledge base growing up. I love to read books, articles, and I try to keep up with and learn as much as I can. I'm just a natural learner, thus the name Faheem. If you don't know what it means, look it up. Faheem. Look it up. People need to learn how to fucking research. What happened to initiative and researching, yo? Like, this is a part of what I was saying. I was talking to somebody before, and I was telling them that, like, this is a little bit of a rant. Part of what I was saying before is that people don't have critical thinking skills anymore. And when people don't develop critical thinking skills, there's no initiative. Because if you can't outthink your way out of a problem, you're not going to try to uh initiate, or you're not going to try to start something or do something the next thing without being told exactly what to do. Some people just don't have initiative or don't know. I don't know what's in motivation, but we're gonna get into this video because I ain't got a lot of time. We're gonna get into this video. And we're gonna see what's popping.
Make one thing very
Oh,
make one thing very, very, very clear. We are going to do
I can't hear anything. The pleasures of being live.
Right.
make one thing very, very, very clear. We are going to do everything in our power to make sure Kamala Harris doesn't win. Vote for if you want Donald Trump to win, say that. Bitch, I will vote for Satan if I have to. Remember, no one's free until we're all free, and we can't protect ourselves if we can't protect each other. This is the time for all the minorities, all the movements, all the working class to come together, and really build power, and really fight
Nigga, what?
against the fascism that's been here, but finally popping its head out and being loud and proud about it. And unless we do something, really come together, it's gonna get real bad.
Right quick, you all tell me if you remember the following.
Vote for Jill, vote for Donald Trump. But do not give a vote to Kamala Harris and expect to be welcomed by my community.
So that was a member of the Muslim American community there in Dearborn, Michigan, who told us if we voted for Kamala Harris that we were not welcome in their community. And that was because of stances over Gaza.
I came home the day I met Trump, and I gave my son a MAGA.
I just want to say this. I want to say, how dare you? How could you even formulate in your head to say something like that after 9/11? We're not welcoming your after 9/11. We're not welcoming your community. That's interesting. I'm gonna continue the video because this is only the preview.
Hat. And I said, I guess we're there. And he said, ew. His first words to me were, ew.
I said, but Baba, he said he's
Gonna stop the war. And he said, okay, that's it. Give me that hat. We're voting for Trump. And that's the sentiment, not just of an 8-year-old, but of an entire community. If you're gonna stop the war, even if I don't like you, I'm on your team.
Good news, guys. President Donald Trump just announced and told the Prime Minister of Israel that he needs to stop the war on Gaza by the time he gets into the office, which is in less than 3 months. This is such a wonderful news. It truly made my day that it might be true and it might not be one of those fake promises. And I'm really hoping by the end of 2024, we'll also
Might be true. It might not be one of those fake promises. Interesting. Very interesting. How did that turn out?
be the end of war and torture in Gaza and to Palestinian people. If this will be the case, 2025 will be the most joyful year for all of us as Muslims. And also,
As Muslims or as Arab Muslims?
I truly think that Trump deserves more credit because of this than we might give to him. So hopefully, President Donald Trump, please stay on your promises and deliver to it and not make it only a fake promises.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Marian.
And I'm Maureen.
Right. So in today's episode, we are going to be looking at the attitude of Arab Americans during the elections and why is this important? Because right now they're coming together and they're asking the black community to join with them and people from other groups to help in their struggle because the president has not fulfilled what he promised them in his elections.
Right. So in today's episode,
What president? Pop quiz. What president promised a minority group anything they ever asked for in an election? Somebody cue the Jeopardy music. Answer: none.
we're going to be looking at some of the responses of the black community, and you're going to be understanding why someone once said, in whatever you do and post on the internet never forgets. So that being said, guys, let's watch this episode and then we come back and talk about it. You can consider subscribing if you're new to our channel, and also let us know what you think about this episode. Let's watch.
So a pro-Trump group called Arab Americans for Trump just announced that they will be changing their name to Arab Americans for Peace after
We're gonna change our name because you didn't do what we said.
Donald Trump proposed taking over Gaza and redeveloping it to turn it into the Riviera of the Middle East. So here's what the group's leader said as to why they are dropping the For Trump from their name and changing it to For Peace. Quote, the talk about what the president wants to do with Gaza, obviously, we're completely opposed to the idea of the transfer of Palestinians from anywhere in historic Palestine. And so we did not want to be behind the curve in terms of pushing for peace because that has been our objective from the very beginning. Yet, if that was your objective from the beginning, then why were you supporting a guy who wanted to enact a Muslim ban and who was so transparently obvious, inciting complete...
This is what I'm saying, right? This is what I was saying because I don't understand how people were confused or people are saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening." With the deportations or with the war on Gaza. Because I mean, well, with the war on Gaza, he blatantly lied to y'all. I'll give y'all that. He didn't even lie to you, he double talked you. He double talked you. If you don't know what double talk is, basically it's when you can say something broad enough that can mean two things. Or it can mean multiple things. You can extract and get to that answer multiple ways, right? So let's say I'm having a beef with the guy across the street, right? Our buildings are having a beef. And I say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to cause the war to stop, right? And I just bombed the building across the street. The war stopped. I was right. The war stopped. It just didn't stop the way you thought I was going to stop it.
Against the Palestinian people. Like, whether or not you supported Kamala Harris was one thing, but there is no denying that she was more benevolent to the Palestinian people than Donald Trump. It's unfortunate that it took Donald Trump saying he wants to level Gaza for this group to realize that supporting Donald Trump may not have been in the best interests of the Palestinian people.
Right quick, you all tell me if you remember the following.
Vote for Jill, vote for Donald Trump. Do not give a vote to Kamala Harris and expect to be welcomed by my community.
So that was a member of the Muslim American community there in Dearborn, Michigan, who told us if we voted for Kamala Harris, that we were not welcome in their community. And that was because of stances over Gaza, right? Well, yeah, this is going to be kind of awkward. Hold on.
The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it, too. We'll own it and be responsible.
Hold on. He's not finished.
People of the area, do a real job do something different. Just can't go back. If you go back, it's going to end up the same way it has for 100 years.
So this your man's right. This your man's here.
So for those that missed the point, he's talking about clearing them out. He's like, we'll relocate you because what we're gonna do is we're gonna completely bomb that place, demolition site Gaza, and make it the Riviera of the Middle East. That, first of all, I just want to say that's fucking crazy and ridiculous in itself, right? That's just crazy and ridiculous in itself. Second of all, um, I, other than numbers, I honestly, with America's given history, don't know why anybody thought the president was going to stop the war in Gaza. Um, because he never really gave a straight answer at first. If anybody remembers when he was talking, he never gave a straight answer at first. What he said was that he will stop the fighting, right? He said there's too much bloodshed on either side. He's going to stop the fighting. They're going to stop when I become president, right? That could look any way. That could look any way. And then when somebody asked, "Are you going to do it peacefully?" his usual response was, "If we can, that'd be great," or some shit like that. If we can, that'd be great. Meanwhile, I don't see anybody. I haven't seen anybody talk to the Hamas leaders or the Palestinian leaders on national TV. But they always had Netanyahu up there. Always met with him. I'm not against any type of people at all. Let me just disclaim this. I'm not against any type of people at all. I discriminate equally. People are just people, and people can be assholes. People can also just be great people. There are good people amongst every group of people that you don't approve of, or that you stereotype, or that you just say, "Oh, these people are like that." There's great people in them, but the few that you bumped into that or that you perceive to be a way because of the depictions that you were given all your life of those types of people, right? It's interesting how, at least I heard it when I was younger, and I've heard it come from black people to Spanish people and to the Arab communities, where they're saying, "Hey, you are a minority group here too. They gave us businesses in our own areas and neighborhoods too. And then when we didn't want them or didn't need them because they sectioned us off, they bombed us out. They drowned us out. Be careful." And every community shit on the black community. We came out, and you can say what you want about Kamala's policies, but both presidents were for Israel. Both presidents, both candidates. That she was a vice president, and she got shoehorned into that. How you're blaming her, which I find completely interesting, right? You're blaming her for something that she was shoehorned into. No, yes, no, she didn't do a good job. Yes, I think she could have did a much better job at answering questions and not talking in such a roundabout way, because this is not 1970. We're not people that you can just talk kind of roundabout to. These next generation of people, they're kind of thinking. Some of them might not be as bright. If you want to go back to let's go back to these, right? Some of us are not as bright, right? And as being a person who didn't complete a college course or didn't complete a college semester, right? Not a physical college semester anyway, right? Um, yeah, but this is a time of information, and this is a time that we we have unlimited access for possibly the second time in human history, but that's debatable. But for the first time in known history, we have unlimited access to information and each other within a blink of an eye, possibly faster. It's crazy, right? Because I remember a time where you couldn't just easily access people, or we had payphones, or the cell phones was only for the really good off kids, right? And not even to mention when smartphones first started, when the first iPhone, let's not even go down the first Androids. Whoo, those bricks. Let's finish this.
Talking about turning a demolition site into the Riviera of the Mideast. And those of us who stood with you, you told us we wouldn't welcome in your community if we didn't vote for your mans here, or Jill Stein, right? Question: where's Jill Stein now? Well, she doesn't seem to be answering the phone right now. And while I will never be okay with the carpet bombing of children, I will say this. If you all need any help in the community you told us we wasn't welcome to, since Jill Stein isn't answering, remember, you can always call Ghostbusters.
Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! I'm singing a song in my head, so when I post edit this, I import the song. Don't judge me. Damn it. This is how you gotta think as a content creator. And I'm pimping myself out to the internet. It's for the culture.
Hey, I'm a Palestine supporter, and there are a few very important things I'd like to discuss. I've been hearing horror stories about how some, not all, some Palestine supporters are treating members of the black community. They're basically making fun of them, talking crap about them, and then, get this, after all that, having the audacity to ask them to speak up for Palestine. That is shameful. It is absolutely disgusting. And mind you, these people that are doing all this racist nonsense are literally like, they would never show up for black people. And they're asking black people to show up for Palestine. Like, are you stupid? Is there a screw loose up here? Like,
Remember, no one's free until we're all free. We can't protect ourselves if we can't protect each other. This is the time for all the minorities, all the movements, all the work.
But didn't you?
We are going to do everything in our power to make sure Kamala.
I'm sorry, my stream had disconnected on other platforms, so I was looking. I was like, "What the hell's going on?" But I'm still live on Facebook, so hopefully YouTube is still live as well, and we will continue this on doing that way. But I wanted to reply to this Muslim over here, this sister over here. Um, that's common sense thinking. That's common sense thinking. Hopefully, I would like to think that this was made and posted before Trump was elected and before election night, right? Um, but I don't use TikTok, so I don't know. I guess that makes me the newest generation of boomer. I'm only 28 and I don't use TikTok, so I guess that makes me the newest generation of a boomer. Look, ma, I made it. But she shout out to her and blessings to this Muslim over here. Because as a person who grew up in deep, deep in the Muslim community than the Islamic religion and the Islamic community. Deep, very deep. Like I had Arab friends. I used to read and write and recite Quranic Arabic. I used to teach. I used to teach Arabic class. Like it was a wild time to be a 7-year old. Um, but it was it was something that like I didn't know what discrimination was. Like I knew what slavery was, I knew what discrimination was and stuff like that. But I couldn't. I imagined that that was such a far away thing because at time there are good and bad things that I gained from the Islamic religion, and I'm not a practicing Muslim anymore. But I hold the religion very dear to my heart because it really, for me, it taught me what it stood for. It's supposed to stand for peace, right? We're supposed to be the people that come along and be the best examples of what peace would look like, right? Not just without, but within ourselves as well. And trust me, I struggle with inner peace more than anything. So I'm definitely not one to judge anybody. All I can say is I do my best, right? And we can only just do our best. But as being somebody that grew up so deep into that the religion and so ingrained in the community that I couldn't imagine that the parents of the kids or the children rather that I was playing with or that were my friends was looking at me a different way because I was black. Like I didn't think that was a thing. And I got older and traveled some and learned the hard way that yes, there are racist Muslims too. Yes, there are. Predominantly Arab. Um, because white people that turn to Islam are like the most humble mofos I've ever met in my life. Crazy. And Spanish people, they got a thing with it too. They put their own little salsa swag on it too, which is it's just, it comes with its own like level like addition of like fatherhood and manhood and community. Like it gives it like that little bit of Spanishness because Spanish people like to do cookouts and stuff like that. And you know, Islam, we ain't no stranger to wanting to throw like a party or an iftar. um or a get together of any site. Like we do a lot of classes and lectures and stuff like that. But as being a person that grew up in a religion that's based off of peace and acceptance and being that God is the one or Allah or God, same difference, is the person that guides people not just to the religion but to peace in general, right? Because he knows all and created all and everything else, whether you believe in God, the universe, whatever, right? Knows all, created all, and that, right? So it's not our job to correct what God has in action. We just live out our lives to the best of our abilities, be the best people that we can be to one another, and try to make the world a better place. That's what I got from that religion. And to hear some of those videos before about that was crazy because and 9/11 happened, the black Muslims were the ones who made it basically okay for y'all to come out again because y'all were hiding, and rightfully so for those that were not involved with the Taliban, for those that were not involved with Saddam, for those who, you know, who really came to America for to escape that and to live a better life, or who's people who were already here, right? Some people already came over before 9/11 and stuff like that, right? Um, it was the black Muslims that made it comfortable for y'all or that stood by y'all. We stood by y'all. So despite whatever political stuff go on that's happening across the globe, and mind you, I completely sympathize with you. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, oh, fuck Gaza. That's not what I'm saying at all. All I'm saying is it's crazy how you could say you're not welcome in my community because of political votes that split that candidates purposely split the demographic with what policies they claimed they were going to enact or promises they claimed to to uphold. It's crazy, and I'm honestly surprised that y'all didn't think that that was going to happen. Did you really think that America's alliance, its long time alliance with Israel, was going to break because of Trump? Trump is a businessman. War brings money. After war, reconstruction happens, and once reconstruction happens, you start to want to have a thriving community in that area. So the nation that won that area in that war, you know, will then start to rebuild. It's happened with anything, with any place that a war was actually won by the invading force. And yes, I'm going to say invading force. The long time history is that. That's the long time history. And I find it abysmal and abysmal and an abomination to the moral and ethics of humans that a people that were kicked out of Northern Europe that traveled through country after country after country decided that they were going to kick another people out of their native town. I just find that a little wild.
Remember, no one's free until we're all free. And we can't protect ourselves if we can't protect each other. This is the time for all the minorities, all the movements, all the work.
But didn't you?
We are going to do everything in our power to make sure Kamala Harris doesn't win. Vote for if you want Donald Trump.
No, I don't know if black people holistically have told you. We done with that holding hands and being side by side and going against the grain. That's over. And a lot of y'all thought it was a joke. A lot of y'all thought it was a game after the election. Everybody from that movement was like, oh, that's just black people online. That don't represent the whole black community. You sure about that now? Because they saying it in real life too. Real bad. Again, you want any type of black solidarity, any type of black anything, you need to clock that anti-blackness. We've been telling y'all this for 6-7 months, and you guys still continue to not listen.
6-7 months. 6-7 months. So more like 3 or 4 decades. 3 or 4 decades. Okay. So that whole DEI initiative, this whole thing about giving minority groups grants and home loans and all of that came from the back of the civil rights movement. And because the wording is such a broad thing, and black people were just so satisfied that they thought they was talking about us, that they gave it to every other community, which is wild and crazy. I'm I can't. They literally gave it to every other community. Gave business grants and yes, there's black people out there that have gotten some, but oh boy, the amount of Spanish or Arab delis and bodegas that opened up in our neighborhoods since 2003. No, 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 no. Yeah, I want to say since 2003 because at first it was the Spanish ones that came in because 9/11 still fresh, so it was giving Spanish people the delis or the bodegas, and then the Arabs started to come back into acceptance amongst the openness of American communities, right? And weren't just localized in the huddles of the few blocks that Muslims would live in at the time, anyway, because they already had it was due to a lot of it was kind of due to with alongside like the Nation of Islam and the other movements, but when people started people well section off and buy homes in communities near each other, right? Or the government will redline you. One or the other. Something happens when that takes off. But I find it crazy that after all of that, you we're not welcome in our community. But now you want our solidarity. Now you want our help. When black people have been telling you for decades at this point, be careful. The war in Afghanistan, the war in Iraq. Did you really think that they were going to pick Palestinians over Israel? Really? Because I didn't. And I'm not saying I didn't have faith and hope. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that they're darker. They're darker. And we know America as a whole has a color issue because there are black Asians out there. There are black or Afro Latinos out there. And they get discrimination from their own people because of their skin color. So you can't tell me that oh we apologize or we didn't mean it or after we stood by y'all. We stood by y'all through 9/11, through the Iraqi war in Afghanistan, like black Muslims, to tell you the truth. Like black people as a whole were on the fence. And you know, but we were still getting beat by cops. So we were getting double whammies out there anyway. But black Muslims as a the black Muslim community like went crazy out for y'all. And the black community, like the Sunni beard became a thing. People started really fucking with the oils and the incense. Like that's how why do you think that black people as a whole are going to come and help you out without a list of demands? Oh, we're gonna have some demands. Y'all want to have demands and say we're not welcome? We're gonna have a list of demands because low key for all of y'all for all of those out there, and I'm talking to every community that has a people. I'm not even gonna pick this cup up because I was gonna pick that cup up, but that cup is too white, and ain't nobody that damn. That's actually white. To the pale face versions of these communities out here that call us niggers behind our backs or that say that we're ghetto or X, Y, and Z and blame the group that is centralized to be the poorest of the poor. You blame that example as a whole on people and want to hold us to a list of demands. So we're gonna have some demands ourselves, and we're gonna finish this tomorrow because I can't take this shit. I can't take this shit. There's no way. There's no fucking way that you're going to get black people to turn over and help you without you helping us at the same time. At the same time. So I think I'm going to write up a list of demands because somebody has to do it. Niggas getting mad, but somebody got to do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody got to do it. Somebody got to motherfucking do it. So I'm going to write up my own little version of a list of demands that minority communities should do. And I'm gonna post it on my Instagram, so stay tuned for that. And tomorrow morning we'll talk about it. Um, uh, I thank you all for tuning in. Holla to the Kings, holla to the Queens, and everybody in between. I'm Radio Faheem, and you was listening to On the Rise, New Kemet Radio's weekday morning show. As I played some music earlier, but you know we're doing this review. We try to get some time in. You can follow me on Instagram under Radio Faheem, and follow the business page New Kemet Entertainment on Instagram at New KEMET LLC, and on Twitch and YouTube under New Kemet ENT. That's New KEMETENT for entertainment, people.